Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're talking about the San Francisco 49ers, and guess who's back? Guess who is back in practice? Debo Samuel. The first time. Now that doesn't mean he's going to play this upcoming weekend, but what it does mean is Debo Samuel is ready, or he's nearing his return, I should say rather. And that's just another playmaker to add on to this crazy San Francisco 49ers team. Before we get into today's video, I want to start it off with a fun George Kittle fact. 213 of Kittle's 713 yards and half of his touchdowns on the season have come in the last two games. He has played so good, actually, if we're grading him off of PFF, which I know that's not the end-all be-all, but still, he has a grade of 95.7 in the last 2 weeks. And if anybody can take a guess on where that ranks among all players in the National Football League, I'll give you a cookie, all right? Answer in your head. All right, he's number one. He's first in the league, Mr. George Kittle. Before we get any further into tonight's video, if you guys enjoy it, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Niners fans, if you guys want Niners content on a daily, several weekly basis, you've come to the right place. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button if you haven't already. Niners fans, if we could get this video to 1,000 likes, I will be forever grateful. I appreciate you guys so much. So I want to talk about playmakers, because what wins championships? Defense. But what also wins championships? Playmakers. Playmakers and stars, superstars. Debo Samuel on the season has played in 12 games, 54 receptions, 612 yards. But if I'm being honest with you guys, and I think Niners fans would agree with this statement, statistics do Debo Samuel zero justice. Like, quite literally zero justice. Now, he had 1,400 plus receiving yards last season. But that does not even begin to explain the impact he had on that team last year. That stats just don't show much indication of what he provides for an offense. You can get so versatile. You can get so creative with Debo Samuel, whether he's running in the slot, whether he's in the backfield, whether you're running trick plays, it doesn't matter. Debo Samuel is a playmaker, and he's one of the he's just several playmakers on this Niners offense. Now, yesterday, we focused primarily on the defense in the video because the defense is ranked first in the league. Once again, they are giving up a whopping 15 points a game. The year is almost 2023. That is insane. So yes, defense wins championships, but if there's any worry about Brock Purdy, which I don't know why there should be, he's 4-0, he's 3-0 as a starter. He's looked cool, calm, and composed in every snap he's played in the National Football League. But what I love so much, and why I have zero doubt in my brain that the San Francisco 49ers will make the Super Bowl, is because of, the defense, obviously, once again. But the offense has so many studs. And it gets me into my second player, Elijah Mitchell. He is getting back on track. Now, keep in mind, Elijah's very young, right? Last season, in his rookie year, this guy was picked in the 6th round out of Louisiana. He had almost 1,000 rushing yards. Now, we heard 3 days ago, Coach Kyle Shanahan said that Mitchell has made real good progress, and the running back's 21-day window to return from IR may open as early as Friday. So what I want to see is Elijah Mitchell suit up for the last week of the season, and I want to see what he's got. I just want to, rust off that rust. That didn't work. Rust off the grease. That also doesn't work. I want him to knock off that rust, because I have another fun fact for you guys. Elijah Mitchell, who's only played 4 games on the season, I drafted him in fantasy. I was so happy. I was so excited I got him. Fortunately, he went injured, went on the IR, obviously, but he's played 4 games. He has 40 attempts, all right, 224 yards. Mathematically, what does that equal to? I'll answer it for you. It answers to 5.6 yards per attempt. Elijah Mitchell, 5.6 yards per attempt. CMC on the season so far with San Francisco, he's averaging 4.5 yards per attempt. Don't forget about Jordan Mason. 33 attempts for 2.6 yards per rush. The San Francisco 49ers, it's almost as if they're about to have this 3-headed monster in the running back unit. CMC, to me, the reason Elijah Mitchell is such a critical back, and I know Christian can pound it in the trenches. I know he's elusive. I know he can juke blockers. He's awesome in the receiving game as well. But what's the most important thing when we're talking about Christian McCaffrey? It's single-handedly health. It is purely health. Now, I feel like CMC's workload has been, it's not actually even ever come into my brain here, but I just love the idea. I love that they have the ability very soon to deploy Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, and Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason's the guy who broke it off for like 60, I think it was a 55-yard rush to seal the game against Seattle just a couple of weeks ago. It's not even just like this season. Jordan Mason is 23. Elijah Mitchell is 24. These guys are in their first years of the National Football League. So it's not like they're one and done. They have these guys for years. It's not just, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. Can he take the San Francisco 49ers to the promised land? Can he get them to the Super Bowl? It's like they're set for years, offensively and defensively. So you're trying to tell me that Brock Purdy, who has the highest QBR in the last several weeks among the entire National Football League against all these greats, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, etc., you're telling me that if I give him Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, Jordan Mason, Brandon Ayuk, the most underrated wide receiver in the entire league, George Kittle, a healthy Debo Samuel, come on, forget about it. Don't forget about speedster Ray McLeod. He had that long, almost 80-yard rushing touchdown this past week against Washington. This team has so many playmakers. And they have a defense that has the Defensive Player of the Year. You have a secondary. You have a front seven. You have everything you want on both sides of the ball. You have a phenomenal offensive line. And you have a fully capable quarterback. And people are trying to tell me the San Francisco 49ers are not a threat in the playoffs. I don't know what in the hell you are watching. Philadelphia, they don't scare me. We talked about this yesterday. Minnesota, Philadelphia, Dallas, these are good football teams, right? These are good football teams. How would I describe the San Francisco 49ers? Great football team. It's as simple as that. You got the defense. You got the playmakers. Just get the job done, right? It's as simple as that. And with Kyle Shanahan as the head coach, I have no doubts about San Francisco getting the job done. And even if the offense is stalling, you have a phenomenal defense. Even if the defense is stalling, they're giving up some points, they're giving up some yards, they're out on the field all first half, you have an offense that can come alive. And with Brock Purdy, you have the ability to make big plays, not trying to throw any shade at Jimmy G. I'm a Jimmy G supporter. We were born and raised in the same town. Jimmy G's the man. But Brock Purdy with the deep ball and this defense and all the playmakers on both sides, forget about it. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this video. San Francisco, down below.